This is Ruben Amorim's likely Man United lineup for Sunday's Premier League game against Liverpool. In today's show, I'm going to be going through what I agree with, what I disagree with, and the key duels to look out for. You can see my preferred personal 11 in the ticker at the top of the screen. Please like the video, get involved in the comments. I want to hear your Man United team, and let's get straight into the predicted lineup. And in goal, it's a no-brainer. It simply has to be Senne Lammens. After that debut against Sunderland, so confident, so composed, he's ready for it. I don't buy into this narrative that, he needs to be eased in. He doesn't need to be eased in. If he's a Manchester United goalkeeper, he is ready. And if he builds on that Sunderland performance with a big showing at Liverpool, those stocks are only going to soar higher. I don't need to spend much time talking about this. If anyone seriously wants Altay Bayındır back in goal, you need to give your head a wobble, because get on board the Senne Lammens train. Now the defence. Leny Yoro, Matthijs, Dalot, Luke Shaw. Now, if Mazraoui was available, I'd have him here for Luke Shaw. I think he'd have Mo Salah on lock. But this is why I expect Ruben Amorim's team to be, and Mazraoui is a doubt, so it picks itself realistically. Matthijs Ligt has been United's best player this season, in my opinion. We can't play him and Harry Maguire next to each other, as we learned at Brentford. Leny Yoro's pace can help contain Cody Gakpo. That's definitely one of the duels to look out for. Cody Gakpo is dangerous. Leny Yoro needs to be aggressive in this game. I think that's one of the sort of aspects of his game that needs to improve, needs to get that physicality up. This is the game to do it in. Luke Shaw's the worry. Mo Salah has had his pants down several times down the years, and that is a key duel to watch on Sunday. Salah has 16 goals and 6 assists in his last 13 games against Man United. If you silence Mo Salah, you're halfway towards winning this match. It's a big day for Luke Shaw. He needs to perform. Too many times Mo Salah has done him in. Now the wing-backs, this is where it might get a bit unpopular. I would love United to go to Anfield and embrace the chaos with Amad at wing-back, Patrick Dorgu on the other side. But it's just not going to happen, is it? We might see Amad on the right and Diogo Dalot on the left, like we did against Sunderland. But I think Amorim is very likely to go with a pairing of Dalot and Dorgu. It worked pretty well against Arsenal earlier in the season. I think it's the same sort of game where United don't expect to dominate the ball. We're going to be playing on the break. I feel like this will be the wing-back partnership. It would essentially mean United are playing in a back five, which is why I'm kind of against it. But it means keeping things right, tight until later on, when you can bring on an Amad, certain other players who I will mention later in the video. It makes some sense if that's the game plan. Keep it tight till the second half, then go for it. Okay, I can sort of see the thinking there. And listen, Diogo Dalot had a good game at Anfield last season, if I remember that correctly. So we need that again from him. And the midfield, Manuel Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes. I mean, there's no point even debating Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Amorim sees him as a central midfielder. If he's available, he's going to play the match. He is available, so he's going to play. I would use Casemiro next to Bruno Fernandes. I think Casemiro simply offers more than Manuel Ugarte does, and it sounds like he's been given a bit of extra rest after Brazil duty, but he's available, so he could well start, to be fair. But after last month's international break, Ruben Amorim brought in Manuel Ugarte because Casemiro had been travelling with Brazil. I think history might repeat itself here. He's going to take some precautions with Casemiro, give Manuel Ugarte a run out. And listen, like Dalot, Manuel Ugarte was very good at Anfield last season in that 2-2 draw. Manuel Ugarte did his job. We need to see that again from him. He wasn't on Uruguay duty. He'll be raring to go after a full week at Carrington. It's another big duel. It's Manuel Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes trying to contain that midfield power of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, two very good midfielders in their own right. That is where the game is going to be won and lost for me. I think if United can deal with that midfield, again, we have a great chance, because Mohamed Salah hasn't really been the driving force for Liverpool this season. It's been the midfield. It's been players like Dominic Szoboszlai producing moments of magic. That's where it's going to be won and lost. If Manuel Ugarte is to start, we need him to perform. And finally, the attack. Bryan Mbeumo, pretty untouchable right now with what he's offering United. And it's hard to say this because I think a maverick like Matheus Cunha thrives in these sorts of matches, but Mason Mount deserves to keep his starting spot. And, if United are going to be set up as, a back five, which is what it's going to be, Mount's work rate off the ball and his relentless pressing should prove crucial in this match. And Benjamin Sesko, not much to be said here. 2 goals in his last 2 games. I would love nothing more than for him to silence the Athletic after that pathetic article earlier in the week. We need Air Sesko in front of the Kop, And Liverpool don't like it when the ball goes in the air. We need Senne Lammens hoofing it up. We need Diogo Dalot with those long throws. Arne Slot, after their game against Newcastle earlier this season, he was crying, saying the things like, I didn't see a football game, set piece after set piece, long ball after long ball, long throw after long throw. They do not like it when a game gets scrappy and a game gets played in the air. That is what United need to do. That is the key to winning this match. And then you've got Ahmad, you've got Matheus Cunha, Joshua Zirkzee, Kobbie Mainoo, Harry Maguire, all on the bench, ready to make an impact. If United can keep it tight, keep it level going into the second half, we have every chance of winning this game. Liverpool are there to be got at this season. That is what I think Ruben Amorim will go with. My preferred X1 is at the top of the screen. Let me know yours in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe if you're new. Big one tomorrow. Come on, United.